I'll just open the floor to you, Stipe. I mean, Daniel's saying, you know, hey, we respect you as a firefighter. We know you got that job to do, but you also have a job to defend your title, and I want to do it in August. I mean, what comes to mind?
Well, I didn't know he was calling shots. I mean, wow. I mean, best, I guess, right? Well, I can't really do anything because, once again, my state is shut down for another month. And who knows how long after that, because they were supposed to open, honestly, in May, and at least another 4 weeks. Every gym shut down. I really can't train, so how am I going to take a fight? And like, I don't understand what he's. I mean, listen, I'll fight him. Never said I'm ducking him or leaving or running or like trying to fight someone else like he did. I mean, I'm just like, I can't train, dude. Like, I'll fight you. I don't care. But like, let me make sure I get a full camp, dude. Like, I'm down. Like, I told him that, but there's not going to be in August. I can tell you that. Or like the fall, just because maybe, I mean, who knows if it comes back stronger? Who knows? I don't know, but like, I'm down to fight him. I never said I wasn't. Like, I have no idea what he's talking about. Like, well, how am I going to sign a contract when I can't even train?
Yeah.
That's like going on there and having nothing to talk about because you have no idea what you're talking about. Because you're going to go on there and you're going to talk about sports. Like, what sports? I don't know.
Yeah.
Then it comes out on the second part of this that something big is in the works for Masvidal. And when Dennis Bermudez was interviewing Dana, he asked him straight up, are you talking about Conor? You're talking about Masvidal and Conor on Fight Island. And Dana got a little bit weird. Now, this is all body language. His words were very smooth. Well, you know, that would be one option. His words were very smooth, but his face was kind of telling a different message, which if you want to have something to discuss, you have to read into. I read into, and I come to the same conclusion that Dennis Bermudez came to, that if something big is out there for Masvidal, big enough to break up a world title fight, world champion versus BMF champion, belt versus belt, if it's big enough to do that, doesn't it have to be Conor? And there's no evidence there. There's no proof, but the calendar does look very appealing to that, right? This whole belief that Conor was going to sit out to fight Khabib, I've always thought was a little unlikely just looking at dates. Now, when we got this weirdness that has hit, perhaps it is best to hold Conor until September and get an arena full of people and a press tour. I mean, Conor has a very real skill, a very unique skill that he can bring to the table. Perhaps it is best to wait. But there's still a lot of moving parts. Does Conor want to wait? And why break up the fight between Kamaru and Masvidal?
Unique about Dom is his movement and the way he moves his the upper half of his body with his feet. I mean, the angles he takes are just so unique and so good. And you see, Dillashaw, who's a really good striker in his own right, he just keeps missing. Right, he's missing and missing and missing.
Right.
You know, is Dom going to be able to evade all the strikes that Henry's throwing, or will Henry be able to connect on his punches? You know, one of the things I think that's also important in this round is, you know, Dominick has good wrestling. You know, most people don't think of Dominick because they don't think about wrestling, but both offensively and defensively, he's really good. He's really good at landing takedowns off of punch combinations, and he's so effective there.
Takedown.
Calling me out for calling him out. He wasn't calling me out for something I said about him. He was calling me out for compliments that I gave his enemy. And it brings you back to the old expression, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But that also works in reverse. So if he thought I was being friendly to Israel Adesanya, then he must have thought to interpret that was unfriendly to him. I'm not sure that he's right on that. I'm not sure that the compliments that I have given Adesanya don't greatly favor Paulo as well. You have to understand, Adesanya is playing at a different level, okay? There's only 3 things that you can do for entertainment in this sport. You've got your walkout, you have your performance, you have your post-fight speech. That's the only 3 things that you can do. Even the greats like Conor McGregor can only serve 2 of those. Most athletes can only do 1. Conor McGregor, though, will give you one hell of a performance, and he will give you one hell of a post-fight speech just to offer a name that you would know. Nobody can be expected to give you a killer walkout. They're focused on something else, such as a competition. Adesanya, and I suppose MVP, in fairness, would deserve the same pat on the back. These guys have found a way to check the only 3 boxes that exist. One thing that Adesanya does is he is very aware that the most important thing in this business, not the sport, in this business, is to have another fight.
Dominique, you know I'm the real deal. You know I'm coming. You ain't getting past 3 rounds.
Yep, okay. You're short. I know that. And I know you're going to have a hard time finding me, little man.
And you're going to remember that. You're going to remember that, princess.
Okay. We'll see, man. When you're in there missing, you're going to find out real quick the difference and the amount of rounds I got in there over you. I got hours in there over you, little man. You're a wrestler. I'm about to prove that and expose you real quick.
You just try not to break it now, princess. You just make sure to make it on May 9th.
Yeah, you coming off the shoulder surgery too, smart guy. So how are you any more tough than me? You're just coming back from surgery after a year. Have you ever done that? Nope. I've done it several times and I've proved it.
Flyweight champion. I'm the bantamweight champion of the world, and I am the greatest combat athlete of all time.
Considering Khabib is not making it to this fight, and I guess no one sent him location.
Fuck Khabib. I'm gonna be real. Sorry about cutting you out, Justin, but I want to say fuck Khabib. I'm defending my belt for the 3rd time. This is for the real belt. This is not for an interim title. This is for the real championship shit, man. It's something to watch and look forward to. And it wasn't easy. I'll be real. It was actually pretty difficult. I didn't have my nutritionist or anybody with me to do it, and just handled it the way that I knew how to. And I took the reins by my own hand and just went out there and just fucking did it, man. I mean, obviously, like I said before, we don't know if the fight would have happened if I didn't make weight or anything. I mean, there wasn't anything going on. So to me, it just made fucking sense, man.